I'm from Arizona.
Oh, yeah, from Frederick, Maryland.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
We come from Wisconsin.
While the end of New York State's required quarantine period for domestic travelers Thursday received attention from elected leaders and members of the media, and as you'll soon see, elicited both joy and relief from those in or reliant upon the tourism industry, those visitors already in the city seemed unaware a required quarantine period ever existed.
When we got here?
No, not when we got here now.
Yes, once we get back.
Most of us have already vaccinated.
Visitors to the city dropped by nearly 2/3 in 2020, and NYC and Company estimates a little more than half of 2019's pre-pandemic tourists might visit the city and its many sites and attractions in 2021.
The Brooklyn Bridge, the Empire State.
Be here, take some pictures, and then go down to Hudson Yards.
We're supposed to get like 20,000 staff before we go home.
First, Times Square.
Times Square accounts for just 1/10 of the city's total landmass, but 15% of its economic output, providing 1 out of every 3 of the city's tourism and cultural jobs.
Until Broadway returns, our businesses will not fully recover.
Times Square Alliance Senior Vice President Regina Fojas reminds us Broadway's still closed. 39 theaters support 90,000 jobs. Pre-pandemic, Times Square saw 360,000 pedestrians every day. That number plummeted into the 5 figures over the last year, but started climbing again in the fall, reaching a little less than 1/3 of its former average during the month of March.
I think that the additional lifting of the quarantine restrictions is just going to make people more confident to come out and travel.
The quarantine requirement remains in place for international travelers who spend an average of 4 times more money in the city than domestic visitors per NYC and Company, leaving the crowds of tourists that spent $46 billion a year and supported 400,000 jobs in the city noticeably absent to residents, repeat visitors, and first-timers.